if you're watching this video, there's a good chance that you're in the process of starting to plan a vacation. But with lots of neat travel destinations and places, you might be wondering, where is it that I even want to travel to? And that's why in this video, I wanted to share with you 5 ways to choose the perfect destination for your upcoming vacation. Whether or not you're new here, welcome back to the Megan Moves channel, where I like to help families make the most of their travels so that they can create long-lasting memories. So let's go ahead and get right on into the video. When going on and planning a vacation, there's a good chance that you not only set aside some money, but also some hard-earned paid time off in order to go on this vacation, and there may be some coordinating that you have to do in order to travel with some of the people that you are going on vacation with. So with that in mind, it's a good idea to take into consideration the best destination for you and your travel party in order to get the most out of your vacation. And that leads us into the first thing you should consider when deciding where you want to go on a vacation, and that is to determine the interest and type of trip that you are going on. In this step of the planning process, you should consider who all is going on this vacation, what type of trip do we want this to be, and also how long are we going to be vacationing for. When thinking about who's going, consider, is it going to be you and your immediate family? Are you going to have some friends going with you? Are you going to be traveling with your children? Thinking about this can narrow down some destinations that you might consider going on for your vacation. For example, if you will be traveling as a family and you have children coming along, maybe a trip to Disney World might suit you a little bit better than a trip to Las Vegas. But another thing you can consider is, what type of trip are you wanting this to be? Is it going to be a relaxing trip? Are you looking for something that is filled with more adventure? If you're looking for something that's more relaxing, maybe a beach vacation is better suited for you. Or if you're looking for some adventure, maybe a trip to a national park would work out well. So consider who you'll be traveling with and what your travel party enjoys doing. Determining who is going with you and what type of trip that you're wanting to go on can help give you a better idea of where it is you should take your vacation. After deciding what type of trip you're wanting to go on and who's going to be coming with you, the next thing you should consider is item number 2 here, which is the travel budget. Before planning and actually going on the vacation, coming up with a travel budget is always a good idea to have in mind. With this travel budget, it can really give you a good idea of where you are able to travel if it is in your travel budget, but not only that, once you actually get to your destination, it'll give you a good idea of what kind of experiences you can go on, how much you can save for souvenirs. Having a travel budget is also a really good way to be able to narrow down some of your travel options, because if you're looking for maybe some type of an all-inclusive resort that might be a little bit more expensive out of your budget, you may have to turn your focus to a different idea of a place to visit. There's a lot of things that will have to be included in this travel budget, such as travel costs, lodging, food, transportation. There's a lot of things that you'll have to consider, and having an idea of this up front of how much you're able to actually spend will give you a good idea of where you're going to be able to travel to. Planning ahead of time is also a good idea, because if you have an idea of how much your vacation is going to cost, you can start saving ahead of time, so that way you'll have enough money in your travel budget to be able to go on that vacation. Another way you can determine where it is you want to take a vacation to is item number 3 here on the list, and that is to make a list of all the places you wanted to visit. I guarantee you have destinations on your bucket list or have seen something online or on social media before where you just say, man, I would love to visit there. Take a look at the list and think about, do these destinations line up with who I'll be traveling with in the interest of the group and the type of vacation I'm going on? And also, does traveling to these destinations fall within the travel budget that I have set aside? When creating a list, if for some reason no places come to mind, think about places that you've seen either in the movies, on social media. If you've ever heard of friends or families recommending a place to visit, think about those destinations and make a list of them and compare them to items number 1 and 2 that we talked about here in the video. Another way you can decide where to vacation to is way number 4 here on the list, which is to research the destination online or on YouTube. Now that you have some destinations in mind, it's time to learn a little bit about them. I personally believe that doing research ahead of going on vacation is key, because by doing this research, you're really going to be able to maximize your time and get the most out of your vacation. Doing this research can really help to figure out a lot of the factors that go into deciding where to vacation. This can help you figure out what is there to do at the destination, what all can you plan on seeing, does this destination line up with the type of trip that my travel party and I are planning on going on, and also one of the most important things, does it fall within my travel budget? After doing some research, you may find that it is a perfect destination for you to go to, or you may figure out that you might need to change course and decide on another vacation because the destination doesn't align with some of the factors that you have to consider. An amazing resource to decide where you want to vacation next to is what you're watching on now, YouTube. There are an abundance of videos that you can go to check out that will tell you every little detail and aspect about where you are planning to visit. Personally, what I love to do is I like to go and watch personal vlogs that people have taken whenever they have vacationed or visited some of the places that I am planning on going to. These personal vlogs can really give you a good idea of what type of experience did the people have whenever they were visiting this destination, or it can also give you a little bit of an insight into what is there to do at that destination. I also think checking out videos from locals that live in the area is another great tool to use when researching the area that you're planning on visiting, because they can give you an insider scoop of what it's like to visit that area and also give you a list of things to see and do that people typically miss when visiting that location. The fifth and final way I have for you today on how to pick where to go on vacation is to create a pros and cons list. After doing some research about the destinations that you're planning on visiting, you may have narrowed it down to a couple of places that you would like to vacation to. But you may be torn between a couple of these locations, and so another good thing to do is to create a pros and cons list of each of the locations that you're planning on visiting. With this pros and cons list, you can choose factors such as cost, entertainment, accessibility, different factors that are going to help you to be able to narrow down and compare the locations that you're planning on visiting. So there are 5 ways to determine the perfect destination for your upcoming vacation. Ultimately, research is key when it comes to deciding where it is you want to vacation, so that way you can best suit your travel budget as well as who you are going to be traveling with, so that way you can get the most of your travels whenever you're going on vacation. So let me know in the comment section below, what do you usually do when it comes to determining your next travel destination? I'd love to know what you have to say and how you choose where you want to vacation next. But thank you so much for watching this video today. If you're interested in keeping up with more ways to make the most of your travels, definitely hit that subscribe button below and we'll let you know when the next video goes live. Enjoy your vacation planning and we'll see you in the next video. See you guys!